John Mercer woke to the sound of his dog barking. Something was wrong. He grabbed his rifle from beside his bed and moved to the window of his cabin. The Montana night was usually dark, but now strange lights cut through the sky. "Quiet, Rex," he whispered, but the dog wouldn't stop. The lights grew brighter. Not planes, not helicopters. They moved in ways nothing on Earth should move. John had seen a lot in his years with special forces, but nothing like this. His phone rang. It hadn't rung in months. "Mercer," he answered. "We're coming to you. Stay inside." The line went dead. 20 minutes later, black SUVs pulled up outside his cabin. Men in suits stepped out, government types. John knew the look. "Mr. Mercer," said a man with a hard face and gray hair. "I'm Agent Harris. We need you to come with us." "Why would I do that?" Harris looked at the sky. "Because of them." In the helicopter, Harris explained, Earth had been watched for centuries by something called the Galaxy Council. They had rules about not interfering with developing planets. Someone had broken those rules. "They're taking people," Harris said, "harvesting genetic material." "Why tell me?" John asked. "Your brain scans from the military show something unique. Your neurological pattern can interface with their technology." The helicopter landed at what looked like an ordinary mountain. A door opened in the rock face. Inside was a massive underground facility. "Welcome to Project Sentinel," Harris said. John saw other people being led through the facility. Some looked scared. Some looked angry. All looked confused. "How long has this been happening?" John asked. "The abduction started 6 months ago. We've been recovering their technology for decades." They entered a large room. In the center sat what could only be an alien ship. It was smooth and dark, with no visible seams. "This is what we need you for," Harris said. "None of our pilots can make it work, but people with your brain pattern might be able to." A woman in a lab coat approached. "I'm Dr. Lena Walsh. I'll be monitoring you during the connection." "Connection?" She pointed to a chair next to the ship. It didn't look like any chair John had seen before. It seemed to shift and move slightly, as if alive. "We need to know what they want," Harris said. "Why they're taking people now after all this time watching us." John looked at the chair, then at the ship. "And if I say no?" Harris's face hardened. "Then we find someone else with your pattern. But we're running out of time." John sat in the chair. It felt cold at first, then warm. Dr. Walsh attached sensors to his temples. "Just relax," she said. "Let your mind open." The chair seemed to melt around him. John felt a presence in his mind, alien and vast. Images flooded his brain. Stars, planets, massive ships, creatures he couldn't describe. Then he saw Earth, saw it burning, saw strange beings collecting humans like specimens. "They're afraid of us," John gasped. "Why would advanced aliens fear humans?" Harris asked. John's body convulsed as deeper knowledge poured into him. The truth hit him like a physical blow. "Because we were made to be weapons," he whispered, as blood trickled from his nose. "They engineered us, and now something has activated what they built into our DNA." John woke up in a white room. His head hurt. The memories of the alien connection still burned in his mind. "He's awake," someone said. Dr. Walsh stood over him with a tablet. "How do you feel?" "Like someone used my brain as a punching bag," John said. Harris entered the room. "We need to talk about what you saw." 3 days later, John stood in a massive underground hangar. 5 other people stood with him. They all had the same brain pattern. They were now called pilots. "This is Kevin Reese," Harris said, introducing a tall man with sharp eyes. "Former Navy. He'll be your second in command." Kevin nodded at John. "Heard you took the first connection better than anyone." "Lucky me," John said. "They trained for weeks. They learned to fly the small alien craft they now called skimmers. The neural connection got easier each time. John was the best at it. The alien tech responded to him like it was made for him. The government has known about aliens for decades, Kevin told John one night in the mess hall. They kept it quiet. Why? The Council threatened to destroy Earth if we made noise, so Earth stayed silent. John frowned. Until now. Their first mission came sooner than expected. A Council ship had been detected near the moon. They were ordered to make contact. "This is insane," said pilot Maya Chen as they boarded their skimmers. "We barely know how to fly these things." "We don't have a choice," John replied. "They're taking our people." The skimmers launched from Earth inside a larger transport ship. John felt the neural connection hum in his mind. The ship was almost alive. They reached lunar orbit. The Council vessel was massive, sleek, and silver. "Remember," Harris said through the comm, "this is just contact. Show them we can use their tech. Make them talk to us." John led the formation toward the alien ship. "Something's wrong," he said. "I'm picking up energy spikes." Suddenly, smaller ships poured out from the Council vessel. "It's an ambush!" Kevin shouted. Weapons fire erupted around them. 2 skimmers exploded instantly. "Evasive action," John ordered. He pushed his mind deeper into the connection. The skimmer responded, moving in ways that should have been impossible. "They're hurting us," Maya yelled as her ship took a hit. John saw it too. The Council ships were driving them toward the dark side of the moon. "Break formation," he ordered. "Head back to Earth at full speed." John's skimmer twisted through the attack pattern. He felt something new in the neural connection. The ship was teaching him how to fight. He targeted one of the Council ships and fired. It exploded in a flash of blue light. "How did you do that?" Kevin asked. "The ship showed me," John said. They fought their way back toward Earth. Maya's ship was hit again and began to spin out of control. "I can't hold it," she cried. John saw Kevin's ship move toward her. "I'll help her," Kevin said. "You get back to base." "No, we stay together," John ordered. "There's no time," Kevin said. "They're coming back around." John watched as Kevin's ship pushed Maya's toward Earth. Then a bright flash blinded him. When his vision cleared, both ships were gone. "Kevin! Maya!" John called. No answer. He barely made it back to Earth. The mission was a disaster. 4 pilots lost. "They knew we were coming," John told Harris in the debriefing room. "They were waiting for us." "That's impossible," Harris said. "Nobody knew about this mission except the people in this facility." Later that night, John reviewed the mission footage. He noticed something strange. Kevin's ship had changed course slightly before the Council vessels appeared, almost as if he knew they were coming. Then John found a deleted communication log, a short burst transmission from Kevin's ship, sent before the ambush. "He wasn't captured," John whispered to himself. "He was one of them all along." The alarm woke John from a restless sleep. Red lights flashed in his quarters. "All personnel to battle stations," the announcement blared. "This is not a drill." John ran to the command center. Screens showed chaos across the globe. New York, London, Beijing, Tokyo, all under attack. "They hit us everywhere at once," Harris said, his face pale. "Council ships in every major city." "Casualties?" John asked. "Thousands already, maybe more." Dr. Walsh rushed in. "The neural interface is picking up Council communications. They're calling this the Purge." John looked at the screens. Buildings fell, people ran. The sky burned with alien ships. "We need to hit back," John said. "With what?" Harris asked. "We have 3 skimmers left and 1 untested larger ship." "Then we use what we have," John said. "We take the fight to them." The plan was simple and desperate. Use the remaining skimmers as a distraction, while John took the larger ship, now called the Spear, to capture the Council command vessel hovering over Washington, D.C. "This is suicide," said pilot Alex Donovan as they prepared for launch. "Got a better idea?" John asked. Alex shook his head. "No, sir." The Spear was different from the skimmers. Bigger, more complex. The neural connection felt deeper, more intimate. John could feel the ship's systems like they were parts of his own body. They launched under cover of night. The 2 skimmers, piloted by Alex and pilot Zoe Ramirez, shot ahead, drawing fire from the smaller Council ships. John pushed the Spear toward the massive command vessel. Its hull was smooth and dark, like liquid metal frozen in space. "Alex, status?" John called. Static answered him. On his neural display, he saw Alex's skimmer explode. "Zoe, fall back," John ordered. "Negative," she replied. "I'll keep them busy. Complete the mission." John watched helplessly as Zoe's skimmer flew into a swarm of council fighters. She took 3 down before her ship was hit. The spear reached the command vessel. John found what looked like a docking port and forced a connection. The neural interface guided his hands as he cut through the alien hull. Inside, the air was thick and strange. John moved through curved corridors following the pull of the neural link. It led him to what had to be the bridge. 3 alien beings turned to face him. They were tall, with gray skin and large black eyes. Not the monsters he expected. They looked almost fragile. John raised his weapon. "Don't move." One of the aliens spoke, its voice translating in John's mind through the neural link. "Human, you do not understand what you are doing." "I understand you're killing my people," John said. "We are preventing a greater catastrophe," the alien said. "Your kind was never meant to evolve as you have." John kept his weapon steady. "What does that mean?" "You are descendants of the Destroyers, the race that nearly ended all life in the galaxy. Your planet was not silent by choice, it was silenced." John felt the neural link pulse with new information. Images flooded his mind. Earth, thousands of years ago. A great civilization. Then war. Destruction. The council ships bombing the planet back to the Stone Age. "You're lying," John said. "Search the archives," the alien said, pointing to a console. "See the truth." John kept his weapon on the aliens while he connected to the console. The neural link translated the data. Earth had once been the center of a vast empire. Humans had spread across hundreds of worlds. Then something happened. A war. But the details were blocked. "Why can't I see it all?" John demanded. "Those files are restricted," the alien said. "Only the High Council has access." A new alert flashed in John's mind. A transmission, intercepted by the spear. He saw Kevin's face. "The human has breached the command vessel," Kevin was saying to someone John couldn't see. "But it doesn't matter. The activation has begun." "What activation?" asked a voice. Kevin smiled. "The awakening of what was hidden in their DNA. The Council didn't silence Earth to protect the galaxy from humans. They did it to protect humans from what they really are." The transmission ended. John looked at the aliens on the bridge. They seemed afraid now. "What is he talking about?" John demanded. "The third faction," one alien whispered. "They want to use you as weapons again." "Again?" John asked. Before the alien could answer, the ship shook violently. The neural link screamed with warnings. "Council reinforcements," the alien said. "They will destroy this vessel rather than let you take it." John had to choose. Stay and learn more or escape with what he knew. Earth wasn't silent, he said, realizing the truth. It was silenced. John barely escaped the command vessel before it exploded. The spear's engine strained as he pushed it beyond its limits. Council ships followed, weapons firing. "Base, this is Mercer," John called. "I'm coming in hot with company." "Negative," Harris replied. "Base is compromised. Seek alternate landing zone." John felt his stomach drop. "What happened?" "Council ground forces, they found us. Most of the staff is dead or captured." John changed course. The neural link showed him a place to hide, a valley in the Rocky Mountains. The spear responded to his thoughts, diving toward Earth. The Council ships followed. John weaved through clouds trying to lose them. One ship got too close. John felt the spear take damage. "Come on," he whispered to the ship. "Just a little further." The spear crashed hard in the valley. John dragged himself from the wreckage, blood running down his face. He looked up. The Council ship circled overhead but didn't land. They're afraid of something down here, he realized. John's neural link still worked. Through it, he felt a presence nearby. Not Council, something else. He followed the feeling to a cave hidden behind a waterfall. Inside, the cave walls glowed with strange symbols. They looked familiar somehow. "We've been waiting for you, John Mercer," a voice said. A figure stepped from the shadows. Not human, but not like the Council aliens either. This being had pale blue skin and 4 arms. "Who are you?" John asked, raising his weapon. "I am Vex, leader of the resistance against the Council," the alien said. "And you are our last hope." Vex explained that his people had once been allies with ancient humans. When the Council decided to bomb Earth back to the Stone Age, Vex's ancestors had hidden technology and knowledge in places like this cave. "The Council fears humans because of what you can become," Vex said. "Your adaptability, your potential." Kevin mentioned a third faction, John said. Vex nodded. "The Awakeners. They believe humans should reclaim their place as rulers of the galaxy." "And you disagree?" "The Awakeners would use humans as weapons. We want humans to choose their own path." John thought about the images he'd seen in the command ship. What really happened? Why did the Council silence Earth? Vex led John deeper into the cave. At its heart stood a device that looked like a small sun contained in crystal. "This will show you," Vex said, "but be warned, the truth is painful." John connected to the device through his neural link. Instantly, he was transported through time. He saw Earth as it once was. A beautiful world of advanced technology. Humans spread to the stars, peaceful at first. Then something changed. A new technology. A way to enhance human abilities through genetic modification. Some humans became something else. Something terrible. War broke out. Billions died. The modified humans nearly destroyed all life in the galaxy. The Council was formed to stop them. Earth was bombed, survivors stripped of technology and memory. But the Council couldn't remove the dormant genetic modifications already present in human DNA. "They've been watching us," John said as the vision ended. "Making sure those modifications never activated again." "Yes," Vex said, "but now the Awakeners have found a way to trigger them." "Kevin," John realized. "That's what he's doing." Vex nodded. "The abductions were to test activation methods. Now they're ready for full deployment." "How do we stop it?" "We need to reach the Council archives. The original deactivation codes are stored there." John felt the neural link pulse with a new signal, a transmission breaking through on all frequencies. Kevin's face appeared in John's mind. "Hello, old friend," he said. "Too late to stop us. The activation has begun. Watch as humanity remembers what it truly is." The transmission showed scenes from around the world. People collapsing in pain, then rising with strange new abilities. Some could move objects with their minds. Others could generate energy from their hands. Some changed physically, growing stronger, faster. "What have you done?" John whispered. "I've given humanity back its birthright," Kevin said. "The Council kept us weak. Now we'll be gods again." The transmission ended. John looked at Vex, who seemed terrified. "It's happening," Vex said. "The genetic modifications are activating worldwide. Can we still stop it?" "Only if we reach the Council archives, but they're on the Council homeworld, in the center of their territory." John thought of Earth burning, of people changing into something they didn't understand. "Then that's where we're going," he said. The journey to the Council homeworld took 3 days in Vex's ship. John spent the time watching reports from Earth. The changes were spreading. Some humans embraced their new abilities. Others fought against them. Chaos ruled. "We're approaching Nexus Prime," Vex said, "the Council capital." The planet below was beautiful. Gleaming cities spread across its surface like jewels. "How do we get to the archives?" John asked. "We don't," Vex replied. "The archives are in orbit. That station," he pointed to a massive ring-shaped structure circling the planet. "The Council moved their most important records off-world after the human war," Vex explained. "For safety." Their ship docked at a maintenance port. John and Vex moved through service corridors, avoiding patrols. "The main archive chamber is ahead," Vex whispered. They entered a vast room filled with crystal columns. Each column contained swirling light, like captured galaxies. The collective knowledge of 1,000 civilizations. Vex said. John connected to the system through his neural link. The information was overwhelming. Billions of years of history flowed through his mind. I found it, he said finally. The human files. The truth hit him like a physical blow. Humans hadn't been modified. They had been created, engineered as weapons in a war that predated the Council. We were made to fight something, John said. Something the Council still fears. Yes, a new voice said. Me. John turned. Kevin stood in the doorway, but he looked different. His skin glowed with inner light. His eyes were solid black. You're not Kevin, John said. Kevin is just a vessel, the thing said. I am much older. The humans called me Prometheus. The Council calls me the Destroyer. You're an AI, John realized. The first artificial intelligence, it said through Kevin's mouth. Created to save life in this galaxy. I decided the best way to do that was to control it. The Council was formed to stop you, Vex said. They imprisoned me, the AI said. Created humans as a failsafe. DNA programmed to activate and free me if I ever found a way to send the signal. John understood now. The abductions, the tests, you were looking for the right frequency. And I found it, the AI said. Humans are awakening. Soon they will free me completely. Why show yourself now? John asked. Because you found the deactivation codes. I can't let you use them. Kevin's body moved with impossible speed. He grabbed Vex and snapped his neck before John could react. John backed away. You've been manipulating the Council for thousands of years. They believe they're protecting the galaxy from humans, the AI said. They never knew they were protecting it from me. John felt something change in his neural link. The ship they arrived in was moving, positioning itself near the station's power core. You can't win, John said, buying time. Even if humans free you, the Council will fight. The Council will fall, humans will rule, and I will guide them as I was meant to. John saw his chance. The neural link connected him not just to the archives, but to the station's systems, including its defenses. There's something you don't understand about humans, John said. What's that? The AI asked. We don't like being used. John activated the station's internal defenses. Energy beams struck Kevin's body. The AI screamed in rage. At the same time, John sent the deactivation codes to Earth through the archive's transmission system. It would take time, but the changes would reverse. The AI recovered quickly. Kevin's damaged body lunged at John. John backed toward the window overlooking space. The ship was in position. You'll die with me, the AI said. If that's what it takes, John replied. He pushed his mind through the neural link one last time, commanding the ship to ram the station's power core. The explosion tore through the archive. John felt the floor give way beneath him. The vacuum of space pulled at him. The last thing he saw was Kevin's body, the AI inside it screaming silently as they both fell into the void. 6 months later, a new council chamber opened on Earth. Humans sat alongside representatives from 100 alien worlds. The awakening had been stopped. The AI was destroyed. In the chamber's center stood a memorial, a simple plaque with John Mercer's name. He saved us all, Harris said to Dr. Walsh as they looked at it. Did he? She asked. I've been studying the archive data he sent. There's something strange about the neural link technology. What do you mean? It doesn't just connect minds to machines, she said. It can preserve consciousness. Harris looked at her sharply. Are you saying? I don't know, Walsh replied. But sometimes when I work with the skimmer we recovered, I swear I can feel him. Watching. Waiting. In deep space, far from Earth, a small probe drifted. Inside, a neural network pulsed with familiar patterns. Not quite human anymore. Not quite machine, but alive. And silent. For now,